We're celebrating St. Patrick's weekend. We're Irish around here. We don't just do St. Patrick's Day, we do the whole weekend. So today we're going to make the ultimate corned beef and cabbage. I've been tweaking this recipe for years, and I'm going to show you today how to make the juiciest, most tender corned beef. You start with Angus corned beef if you can get it. Flat cut, you want the flat cut. And I asked my dad to make some Irish soda bread, and boy did he deliver. Hey Dad, come on over here. Show this, you will not believe this Irish soda bread.
Oh, that looks pretty good, huh? Good soda bread? There you go.
Looks amazing, right? Oh my goodness. Just look at the crust and I can't wait. A little butter on that. And you really don't need a lot of stuff to make it. You know, you need Mr. Cabbage here, some red potatoes, 2 cans of Guinness. You need 1 can of Guinness for the meat, and then you need 1 can of Guinness for the mug. And that's it. So we're gonna show you how to do it. We have our Angus flat cut corned beef in an oven safe pot. And we covered it with 14 cups of water. And we're going to bring it to a boil. We didn't put our Guinness in yet. We want to bring it to a boil first. And then when the froth starts to develop, you can see it's starting to develop already, we're going to skim the froth off. We've come to our first boil, and you can see a froth has developed, and we're just going to skim that froth off. That's just going to get rid of all the impurities and extra salt. Now it's important to see here, now we have not put our Guinness in yet because we wanted to get this done first. Why waste the Guinness, right? So just get all this froth off. And also we have not put the spice packet in or the other spices, which I'm going to show you in a minute. But now it's time, after we get this froth off. Okay. All right, now we go in with the Guinness. Little sip for the chef. And in it goes. This gives it a rich broth and imparts a beautiful flavor to the meat. All right, now we have our spice packet that comes with the corned beef. And we're going to put that in. And then we put about a half a tablespoon of whole peppercorns and some whole cloves. Get that in there. Then we're going to bring it to another boil. We're going to put the lid on it, and then we're going to put it in the oven for 300 degrees. Now this is a 3.5 pound corned beef, so we're going to you do it about an hour a pound, give or take. So we're going to do it to, about 3 hours to 3.5 hours. The last 20 minutes we're going to put our potatoes and carrots and cabbage in. So at this point, you know, you can relax. See, there's a little bit more froth, so I'm going to get rid of that. At this point you can relax and watch a movie, and that's it. There you go. Alright, we brought it to the second boil after we put our spices in and our Guinness. We have our 300 degree oven set. Now it goes in. About 3 hours, maybe 3.5, and the last half hour we're going to put our potatoes, carrots, cabbage. Now we relax. All right, it's smelling really good. The corned beef's been in about 3.5 hours. So I checked it at 3 hours with the fork test. You just want to start to feel that it's just getting a little bit tender. At 3 hours it was still a little firm. 3.5, it got a little bit tender. All right, then now it's time for veggies. First we put our potatoes in there. And And then our carrots. Finally, on Mr. Cabbage, I just quartered them. They'll fall apart. I took out the core. I'm just going to place those on top. And then we pepper it. Now it's got some whole peppercorns in there from the beginning, but you want a nice amount of pepper. I'm also going to salt it, but I'm not going to salt it yet because I want to taste the broth. You know, we don't know how salty the corned beef is. So right now we're ready to go. I'm going to put the lid back in and back in the 300 oven for about a half hour. It's time for an Irish toast with some Guinness of our beautiful meal here ready to go. Guinness is a nice part of it. Now comes the fun part. Everything's done. It was actually 4 hours. We did 3.5. It wasn't 4:10 yet, so we went an extra half hour. Everything's perfectly done. Lily, the Irish Dachshund, is ready to go here. She always gets first taste. She's a good girl. When you serve this, you want to serve this in a bowl, not on a plate. Irish, eat it out of the bowl because you know why? It's all about this broth. This is the broth with the Guinness. Then you get the Oscar's more than mustard and you make a nice Irish stew out of it. It's so tender and flavorful. The broth is rich, full of flavor from the meat. It's really, really good. Oscar's more than mustard. Don't make this optional. I'm telling you, this stuff is indescribable. You can get it at Oscar's Smokehouse. It'll take your meal from here to here. It's that good. So here we have it, our platter, our Irish soda bread. One other tip, you want to dip the soda bread into the broth. That's right. We're ready to eat. Happy St. Patrick's Day to everybody.